Hello, Jay here with another episode of Blaster Thrifting, and I'm going to continue doing this in the style of me showing you the blasters and what my intentions are with them. And since you guys seem to like that, I'll keep going with that. Leave your opinion in the comment section below. Would you rather me do a faster one, or do you like the kind of drawn out version where I give you my thoughts and opinions and plans? We're going to go ahead and go with that version for now until you, my viewers, tell me otherwise, because hey, you're the guys watching the video, guys and gals out there, and unless I hear otherwise, we'll keep going with it. So I'm going to start off with saying this group of finds was actually really good for me and my area. This is all came from about the month before the whole, we'll say, pandemic. Can I use that word without getting demonetized? Before the whole situation that's happened. There we go. We'll see if YouTube kills me for just saying it once. But before that happened, in the previous month of time, I actually had a really good success rate. In my 3 or 4 trips that I did, I found something basically every single time, with a couple of times being really good. So I'll show you here, starting out with one, which is actually one of my favorite Nerf blasters. I'm not a big Nerf guy, but the Slingfire is pretty fun. I have actually found this one in really good shape with a 12-round mag for $2.99. That was fantastic. It came taped like that, so of course I'll just have to clean some tape residue off, but otherwise this is in really good shape. And thankfully, the way they taped it, I was able to make sure it worked. Now, I do have some Slingfire parts that I ordered some time ago. I have a full kit with an alloy sled, the metal gears, and lever. Then I'm going to go ahead and install into this with a bigger spring. And I'm going to do something special. Not going to give it away, but let's just say I'm not going to reuse this stock. Nor am I going to buy one. You're going to get to see that later. That is a project upcoming that's going to be some work, some hands-on work. Maybe even putting some of my, one of my other hobbies is refinishing furniture and doing some woodworking. Tip for those, that's a hint for those of you who are paying attention. I'm probably going to put those skills that I have working with wood to use with this thing. And it's going to be completely repainted. So, project for the future, 100%, that's where this is headed. I actually found a X-Shot regenerator. Almost forgot what it was called. Now, I have 2 plans, and I don't know which one I'm going to do. This is down the road a ways. Probably a long ways. But I'm either just going to mod it and retain the X-Shot clip system, if I can get my hands on a bunch of the clips, and it would be just a random thing I would mod and once in a while use. Or, let me reach over here to my worker mag stack. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. That would be awesome. I'm the oddball that loves side mag wells. I think for me at least, you know, pulling the breech open and then slamming that in is very ergonomic. I mean, I know everybody else prefers underneath, but for me, that seems real nice. And you know, as long as you keep in mind your dominant hand, like if you're left-handed, you would want a right side magwell. If your dominant firing hand is your right hand, you'd want a left side. So, if you keep that in mind, to me that seems very ergonomic, and that would be pretty awesome to do. That's one of 2 plans. Either mod it as you would, or completely convert it using probably like a Raider magwell, and chop that up, put it in there, convert it over to a brass breech system. Be nice to do. I actually picked up, in the same trip with the regenerator, I grabbed this retaliator with no accessories, no nothing, for $3.99. Unfortunately, unlike Ryan Ingolstadt up there in Minnesota, the Goodwills here never ever price anything half off. So whatever is on the sticker, I did have to pay. So $3.99 for a retaliator. Now, you guys might think after watching all of my videos that I don't like the retaliator. Truth be told, it's one of the few that I really do like. I just don't like it in its stock form. they're kind of clunky, rough, jam often, not really a good stock blaster. They're really just good as a base for modding. And in some form or another, I have like 6 or 7 modded Recon Mark IIs and Retaliators around the shop here. Like that way, and over there. I actually really like them. I prefer the Recon Mark II, but I never see them thrifting wise. Never see them secondhand. All of them I bought new. But another Retaliator to add to the collection, and it might get featured in a video where I do some mod parts for it. A lot like I did with where I tested the worker, luxury, or basic kits. That's where I get these, is try to thrift them. I did get a Flip Fury for $2.99. I actually really like these. I think that as far as a pistol, it's really big, but I actually really like these for the fact that it works. It's basically a double strong arm. And I don't really think you can go wrong with that because I like strong arms. And once you come to terms with, well, you're going to need to mod it to get decent performance, you can take most strong arm parts and put them in here. And there's a good base. That will probably happen. I'll probably mod this one. I have another one that I've left as like a kind of test and comparison one. I do that with a lot of blasters. Keep at least one stock around here in bins or somewhere in the shop. But this one will likely get modded. A $2 Baron. Can't pass that up. I don't care who you are. If you're a Nerf only guy, the Baron is one that you must pick up anytime you see it, unless it's ridiculously overpriced. If you don't want to fire megas, rebarrel it. This thing has a good sized plunger tube in a very small package, and it's, despite a small grip, it's actually very comfortable, very easy to use, has a good amount of potential in here. Reduce these barrels down to elite size, brass them up, and you have got yourself a pretty wicked 2-shot pistol. Now, you could also upsize it to rival. Just an idea. No reason to do that now with things like the Knockout out right now. But the Baron, one of the best little pistols ever made for what it is. Like, people go crazy for the Hot Shock. This is more my flavor. In the Busby realm, I also grabbed another Tech 4. This is the older version with kind of an alien-looking design. I just like these. I'm a sucker for Busby stuff. So, it was $2, but I can't pass it up. Don't really have any plans for it. That one, once I get enough of them, I'll probably try to make one of those war-worthy like I did the Tech 6. Got a Fire Strike for $2. This one is going to get modded. This one, I will probably do one of the kits you can buy on NF Strike to drop in here. They make a whole setup for it, where you can insert all metal internals. I'll probably do that, or just brass it myself and put the huge beefy spring in it, which these things can be really potent once modded. This one is 100% for a paint and mod. It's in kind of rough shape, beat up, but hey, this one is definitely for a future project. Something I got, not even for me. I did find one of these Rebel bows, and it's got a little red dot that actually works. You pull this little trigger here, and we'll come in. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that on camera. Pull that little trigger and you get a red dot. I've got a few of the arrows, and I definitely have at least one of 2 of the little girls who would use this. So for $2, I'm gonna get it. But for me, probably. Oh, I almost missed it. I found another Predator. This one was $2. Last one I found was 99 cents, so couldn't pass that one up. Didn't pass this one up either. This one is a little rough in the bolt action, but I will clean that up, and if you heard that, listen to that. There's definitely a number of things wrong with this. I will take a look into this. This one is 100% for a full paint and mod job. I did the one that I repaired, already posted the video up. That seemed to go over real well. This one's going to get a full mod. I'm going to actually make, if you paid attention to the very end, this is the last blaster I'm showcasing here in this thrifting video. If you paid attention all the way to the end here, this one is my next. Can it be war worthy? That will end up being a reoccurring episode type series. I'm going to make a war worthy old Predator. That's the key thing, the old Predator. Because the newer ones are already more powerful. And newer ones are easier to mod for higher potential. It's got to be the old one. We're going to get one of these things to be worthy of using in a war. And whenever this whole situation is over and done with and past, I am going to make an announcement on the channel here that I hope goes over real well, because I would like to see a big result from that. But there's a reason why I'm making all these war-worthy blasters, and I have at least another 5 or 6 mods I'm going to work on. So stay tuned for those, and stay tuned for a channel update coming up here in the next month or so. Hopefully this is all passed by then. But yeah, stay tuned for this one. This one is going to be a special project that I'm going to have a lot of fun with, and hopefully you guys like. But if you watch all the way to the end, that's a heads up for you guys here all the way to the end, which I do really appreciate that if you do stick around. It does help out the channel. YouTube being YouTube, they always favor channels with good retention on their viewers. But this is Mungus Shake saying thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.